How do you feel about the royal wedding, or maybe just the royals in general?
I guess it's mostly to do with kind of where I was born. Right? I was born in Scotland. It's not. It's never been a massive part of my life. I didn't live in England till a couple of years ago, so I'm not too bothered about it. But yeah, I don't know much about it either, so I'd love to hear more about it.
Well, I don't really know too much about it. Let's I'll type it into Google here, but for me, I'm a fan of the Royals, not like a massive fan, like I follow them and love them, but in the sense that I think it's good for the country to have them. I know a lot of people moan that it costs a lot of taxpayers' money and stuff, but I think a lot of the tourism we get from it, I think probably makes up for that. And
that's one of the main arguments to keep them is that they make more money than they cost. But I guess there is that question of whether it's still whether it's fair, for someone to just be born into royalty like that. But
yeah, I guess it could be considered outdated, but
because it doesn't mean anything really.
No, it doesn't. Well, I think it's there's a lot of it to do with like British identity. I think.
Yeah, it's symbolic, but it doesn't
exactly
mean much more than that, really.
I think it's a huge part of our culture, really. And if it was taken away, I feel like we'd be a little bit lost without it. To be honest, I think.
It would be quite funny though to see the Queen having to do her own shopping.
Well, I can't see it happening in her lifetime, to be honest.
No,
she'll but. No, I don't. I just can't see it ever happening. Really, I don't know who would make the decision how it would happen, but I think we should continue it just as like a tradition kind of thing. I know it could be considered unfair, but at the end of the day, I think life is unfair. A lot of people are born into wealth, and it's just making the best out of your outcome, I think.
Yeah, well, that's really what all humans want to do, and I was actually looking at this earlier. Apparently suicide rates go down quite a lot in people that become parents, and you ask parents, especially people who aren't used to being parents, and they don't tend to think of themselves as happy, but they've got so much more to think about, so they're suffering more in a sense, right? They've got more to think about, they've got more responsibility, so they don't have time to think about why they're doing what they're doing. They're just like they have meaning in their life already because they're going through suffering that they've chosen in a way, but it adds to your life fulfillment, really.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I know my dad tells me, like, once you become a dad, and I've heard other people say it, like from celebrities and things, it completely just changes your life, and like that becomes your number one priority.
Yeah. And
obviously you are kind of suffering in the long run, but obviously you have less time. It kind of fills your life with I don't know what the word is, but
purpose.
With purpose. Yeah, that's the exact word.
Less
actually.
time for yourself, but
exactly, and then that's kind of a good thing in a way, because sometimes when you're like haven't got much, you think too much, and then you become all existential and stuff, and then and then it just gets a bit weird. So you do have to kind of fill your life with things that give it purpose, and otherwise you just spiral out of control, kind of.
Well, also it shows the importance of hierarchy in a way, because if you can't look up and have somewhere to aim for, if you're at the top of the hill, you don't have anywhere upwards to go. You've only got people below you that are trying to drag you down. So it's hard to have a fulfilled life. I mean, how many people do we know that are like really famous celebrities that are not happy, or that go off on big drug overdoses, or are trying to fill that void in another way?
Yeah, actually, that's an interesting point, because I know Justin Bieber put on Instagram the other day. Let me just get that up.
I just realised as well, I'm taking this in a very philosophical way all of a sudden. We can go back to the Royals if you want.
Well, sometimes it's good to get deep and philosophical. I don't think it happens enough in normal conversations, does it? But basically, he put out his tweet. He typed in his notes and screenshot it. He said, "Hey world, that glamorous lifestyle you see portrayed by famous people on Instagram, don't be fooled. thinking their life is better than yours. I can promise you it's not.
Mm.
Now, there was a few responses to that, in that celebrities were like, yeah, like Millie Bobby Brown, I think commented saying amen, but then yeah, I think some other celebrities were commenting saying they agreed with him.
Mm.
And then there was the other comments below all the verified ones of normal people saying, how can you moan about your life being rich and famous? And to some degree they were right. Like some people were saying, I'm living paycheck to paycheck or whatever, and it's like a struggle for them. But obviously Justin Bieber, yeah, you look up to Justin Bieber and you say, oh, he's got it all. But obviously everyone, I think, has their struggles, and you can't knock anyone's struggles because they're richer or than you. But I think it's a bit problematic him putting this out on his Instagram, to be honest.
Well, I guess it depends what your views on the whole celebrity thing are. Because personally, I don't think I'd want to be that famous, right? It kind of, the desire for it really comes from, as far as I can tell, it comes from a desire not to be forgotten after you die. It's like that
Legacy.
kind of, that need to kind of have your life for it to have meant something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from that, it's once you get there, what do? Right? That's the question. You know, because they're all there. I mean, you know, even after they die, you'll Google their names and something will come up. You know, it won't just be your date of death and on like a massive register, like list of people in a cemetery. It'll actually there'll be lots more information about them. And so once you've secured that, and I mean, it's not even necessarily something to strive for, but because why would we need other people's acceptance, or you know, people that you've never met? Who cares what they think about anyone else?
Yeah, I think getting to celebrity status is, I don't think humans were designed to be celebrities, and it's they obviously I think our brains are wired so that sort of the reward system, like as a reward system, so you get like that dopamine when you overcome things in your life. And obviously Justin Bieber, being a young celebrity who got big at really early on in his life, it's kind of, he's kind of done it all, and then I can see how your life can kind of turn around where you're like, I've done it all, what can I do next? I know Justin Bieber's turned to like religion now. He's part of like this church called Hillsong,
right,
which is big. I think it's worldwide church organization, because I know my friend from sixth form joined them when he went to university,
right,
and I haven't heard from him since, to be honest, and I'm a little bit.
You sure he's still alive?
Yeah, he's definitely still alive. I've tried messaging him at times, and I just feel like Jesus stole my best friend.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Jesus is just a better friend than you. Who knows?
Yeah.
But no, it's a funny one with religion, and we could go back on that whole topic if you want. But I think there was a comedian said recently that the difference between a religion and a cult is that people in a cult worship someone that's still alive. Like, that's the only difference. So which, you know, casts a bit of a shadow over religion, but as we've said before, it does have positives, and it does give a lot back to people's lives, and give a lot of meaning, really. That's the main thing. So people that buy into it believe that their life will continue afterwards, or it will have meaning even if it doesn't at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing for them. I wouldn't knock them for it, because it does give them that, it gives their life that purpose.
Because what's the alternative? Emptiness. And
exactly, nihilism, and that gets you nowhere.
Yeah,